Hello, I'm Joe. That's Jono.
Hello.
Hi guys,
Hello.
thanks for joining me today. How are you doing? Good.
Very well. Excellent.
Okay, are you still like rushing on adrenaline? Because I heard you went skydiving. How was that?
Terrifying.
That doesn't sound good.
So, well, it was amazing. It was the best thing probably we've ever done, but it was literally so scary at the start. We just got the footage back from it like 2 days ago.
Are we going to be able to see it though?
Yeah. We've done like a European like tour.
Okay.
We're filming it at the moment with our friend, and he's like caught all the footage. And there's this one bit where I'm like sat, and the door opens on the side, and he's like, "Okay, now you have to go out." And I'm like, "All right." And he's like, "Put your legs out," and my legs literally go like, I'm like, ugh. And it's like, you know when you like dip your foot into like a pool to see if it's too
really
cold? Yeah, I like put my foot out, and I'm like, oh shit.
Did you get to stand on clouds?
Oh
No.
yeah,
Does
well.
that actually no? Is it just?
We were going through the clouds, like.
Yeah. It's quite a clear day though, so it was like you could see where you were. It wasn't like we went into
I don't
clouds
know
and
whether
then
that'd be scarier or not.
It's scary.
It is.
Yeah, because you can
With
see
clouds,
the
it's like,
ground.
oh, it's
You
gonna
can
be
see the
comfortable
ground.
when I
Don't you
land on
ever
these
feel
clouds.
that you're just gonna like go through and how do you like land on your feet?
We
We landed on our bums, didn't we? Because
Yeah.
they landed for us because it was tandem and there was someone behind us.
I see.
Yeah, I would never do it like just on my own, just straight up.
If I was soloing, I'd have absolutely not pulled the parachute. I'd just died.
Okay.
Just irresponsibility. That's
I
me.
probably would have done the same.
Name of the game. Just like pull the parachute now.
If only for the
Okay.
headlines. Blitz Kids
Woo.
can die.
Oh, that's
I get it. I get it.
Funny. Very funny. Yeah. Okay. Well, respect, because I would never have the balls to do that. But something else that is exciting. You just shot a video for Sometimes. This isn't like the first song you've put out from The Good Youth, and it's meant to have already been released now. What's
It's meant
causing
to.
this delay?
It's not our fault. We're
Of course.
we're
not.
gonna pass the
Just gotta
plane.
pass that book like a hot potato.
It's just basically like it was supposed to be out. It's supposed to be out already. We've had it done for like a year, and it's difficult to be in a band these days. It's difficult to. We tour so much. We play so many shows that like obviously we can't have jobs. Like we can't have normal jobs because we play so many shows, but we don't make any money. So it's like really difficult to like play enough shows to make enough money to live and survive and like get the CD out at the right time. And you kind of have to be like a certain stage of your band to like make any money at all. And so like if we'd have put the album out when we wanted to put it out, our label would just like, well, if you put it out now, we're not going to have the time to like promote it in the right way and like put it out in all the countries. So it'll be out in September in the UK, and then like in Europe it'll be out in like January, and then America it'll be out like next year December. And we're like, that's just crazy. Like we don't want to be like, because then that just encourages people to like download it illegally because they can't get it, and then suddenly we just become
Suddenly
this.
you're poor and broke.
Yeah, suddenly we just become this band that's like, well, 60,000 people have our album, but nobody bought it.
Yeah, okay.
And so then, not that I think our label would do this to us, but like, as a musician, you have to kind of make a certain amount of money and sell an amount of records for it to be viable for anybody to be your label. So like, if we get dropped, then we'll just not be a band anymore. Me and Johnny would be like busking on the streets, like, please give us some money. We don't want to go back to work. So.
Back to work. Have
Yeah.
you worked before?
Have we? Of course we worked.
This seems very surprising to me because I feel like this is what you do all day, every day, since like.
No way. Oh
You're like,
my
what
god.
embarrassing jobs you had?
Busted.
Embarrassing jobs.
Okay.
All right. How about we got given 2,000 flyers for some like stupid. What even was it
It's
for?
an embarrassing job. That's the best job I've ever done in my life.
Me and Johnny
You
got
are an
given.
embarrassment.
Me and Johnny used to do this like temp agency thing where we would just show up every morning and they would just give us a new job to do for some company.
So you're like a floater.
Mhm.
thing.
We were just like a job whore, and we would do any job for any money because
Ooh, a
we
horse.
couldn't. It was ridiculous. What they gave us 2,000 flyers to deliver to this
When you
like
said that, at first I thought you were gonna say 2,000 pounds, and I was like, oh, it doesn't sound half bad.
No.
And I was like,
Yeah.
oh.
2,000 flyers, I think it was, 1,000 each, and we had to post them to all these like houses on this estate. And this guy picked us up in his car, dropped us off, and was like, right, I'll come back for you in like 4 hours. We're like, okay. So we posted like maybe 15, 20 each. We're like, this really sucks. I don't reckon they're gonna know if we posted them or not. So we just put all the flyers in the bin and went to the pub. And they still paid us. That was pretty cool. Got away with that one. Till now.
Sorry, Tony. You had our trust and we betrayed you.
We did sealing envelopes, didn't we, that one time when we were sat back to back in an office?
Yeah.
Just went into an office and they were like, we need 2,000 envelopes with this put in it and sealed, licked. I've never had a dry tongue.
It was letters, not anything else.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was, we just sitting there like there, like. We had they let us listen to iPods, which was kind of cool, but
now we are exceptional at cunnilingus, so.
Yeah, and I can go for days.
Okay, well, on a serious note then, let's go back to something serious.
Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, it's okay. The new record, did you spend like a bit more time on it? Because I know you recorded like Vagrants and Vagabonds and something crazy. Was it like 2 days or is it 2 days?
48 hours.
2 days, but that was another.
Spend more time? You were in LA, right?
Yeah.
This one?
It had like 5 weeks or 6 weeks in America to do it, which was more than we've ever had to do anything. And yeah, so we obviously spent more time on it, but it wasn't even like we didn't like even just start the record and when we went over there and like we didn't even just have 6 weeks to do it, and it was like me and Jono demoed a couple of the songs that are on this record like 3 years ago in his garage. Like we had a few songs that we demoed and we sort of had them half done and we knew they were special and we knew that they had the potential to be like really, really great songs, but like I don't think we were quite there, were we, as songwriters, enough to complete them. It sounds a bit fucking weird to talk about it that way, but like, we wrote it and we were like, it needs something more, but I don't think we're at that point where we can actually write this song yet, so we just kind of kept it on the back burner and kept sort of writing, and so we've just been, essentially we've been writing this album for like 3 years, but we got like 6 months to record it.
Because didn't you like have most of this material before you had stuff for Never Die?
Yeah. There's a lot.
We had 4 songs before we did Never Die, and then we did another 10 songs.
Okay, is it like that different? Why did you feel that you need like this stepping stone in between?
Yeah, so the reason why we did that EP instead of just going straight into the album was, one, we didn't have the money to finish it because John Feldman basically put all of his money into recording that album for us because he believed in us so much, but we didn't have I guess the simplest way to say it is we were on a very small label that didn't have the money to fund that album at all. John paid for the whole thing, like all the demos himself, because he believed in us, and we were like, this is how much money it's going to take to finish the album, and they didn't have the money. And so we were like, okay, cool, we can't finish that album. I didn't think we were going to finish that record. I was just like, that's never going to happen. And so the songs we've been writing had a certain, like way they were going, they had a certain sort of like, idea to them. But when Matt joined, it didn't feel right to just throw him into the mix of songs that we already started writing as a 3-piece, because we don't want to be a 3-piece band with a drummer that accompanies us. We're a team. So it felt like we should just start something anew. I honestly thought we were just going to scrap all that stuff because I just felt the album was never going to get finished. And so we just decided to get all 4 of us in a room and write the Never Die EP.
Okay.
And it just happened, and it was sick.
It is pretty
And
sick.
that EP then got the interest of Rebel Records, who then signed us and then heard the demos that we had for that album that was never going to be completed and went nuts, and then paid for the whole rest of the album to be finished. It's fate.
I know that you wrote a song called Title Fight on the album.
Yes.
Is this like a tribute to the band? Are you like a fangirl? Or
No, it had nothing to do with the band. I love the band actually.
So do I. But you're not a fan.
They're really good. No, it's just a metaphor.
Okay.
For like the most important, like obviously the title fight is like the most important fight of someone's life. So it's kind of like that metaphor and like the most important fight in.
Still playing in the background.
Playing
while you ask the
background.
question.
Oh,
There you go.
an exclusive.
Yeah. So.
Is
it's
this on your set tonight?
Yeah, it is, yeah. It's basically about like anxiety and stuff, and I've always been like really, really anxious and stuff. So it kind of feels like every day is like that I don't flip out and going crazy. Is like a
Isn't that
win.
why you always have to drink before you go on stage?
I don't anymore actually.
Oh really?
Yeah.
You don't drink before you go on stage, did you say?
Obviously, yeah. Just sitting there.
No, on this tour actually I haven't. But this is the last day, so I am tonight. Yeah, it's just about overcoming kind of issues that you faced